So now it's chapter 20. Is it? We read chapter 19? Yes? Bali Maharaj surrenders the universe. After hearing the instructive advice of Shukracharya not to give any charity to Bali Maharaj, Bali Maharaj became contemplative. A householder to maintain Dharma, art, and calm, he thought it was improper to withdraw his promise to the brahmachari, Bali. To lie or to fail to honor a promise given to a brahmachari is never proper, for lying is most sinful. Everyone should be afraid of the sinful reactions to lying, for Mother Earth cannot even bear the weight of a liar. This is in the introduction. That verse is there, here in this chapter 21. Then, very interesting verse to hear about. Some people are very fond of lying. This is page 683, 8th canto, chapter 20, verse 4. This is being spoken by the demon, so to speak, Bali Maharaj, who is this grandson of Prahlad Maharaj. Nayasat yat paro dharmo yitti ho vacha bur iyam sarvam shodum alamanye ritelika param naram alika param naram manye rite alika. You know what alika means? A-L long I-K means, alika means the most heinous liar. Alika param. Bali Maharaj said, after contemplating and thinking about what his Guru Agya, Shukracharya gave him the Agya that he should renege on his promise to give charity of 3 paces of land to Vamanadev. He should break his promise and not give that land. And now he's thinking, and this is what he's thinking. Actually, he's actually speaking this, obviously, to Shukracharya. There is nothing more sinful than untruthfulness. There is nothing more sinful than untruthfulness. Because of this, Mother Earth once said, I can bear any heavy thing. The Andes Mountains, the Himalayan mountains, the Swiss Alps, any sumo wrestlers, sumo cars, ocean liners, whales, gila fish, Timmy gila fish. But I can bear any heavy thing except a liar. Alika param naram. Naram, man. Alika param means a big time alika. A param alika means a big liar. So this is very common in Kali Yuga. Everyone is accustomed to speaking so many lies. No one is free from the sinful reactions of speaking lies. Under the circumstances, one can just imagine how overburdened the earth must be. Indeed, the entire universe must be extremely overburdened by the weight of the liars on this planet. The spreading of a kingdom or empire is temporary. If there is no benefit for the general public, such kingdom expansion has no value. Previously, all the great kings and emperors expanded their kingdoms, but they also cared about the people. Eminent men sometimes even sacrificed their lives for the people. One who is glorious in his activities is always living and never dies. One who does virtuous acts, he lives forever. His name is forever famous. Therefore, for the sake of fame and good reputation, there is not a loss. Bali Maharaj thought that even if this brahmachari Vamanadev, even if he is Vishnu, If the Lord accepted his charity and then arrested him again, Bali Maharaj would not envy him. Considering all these points, Bali finally gave in charity everything he possessed. And Bali Maharaj expanded himself immediately into a universal body. By the mercy of Vamanadev, Bali Maharaj could see the Lord is all-pervading, that everything rests in his body. Bali Maharaj could see Vamanadev as the Supreme Vishnu, wearing a helmet, yellow garments, Srivats, Kaustuba gem, flower garland, ornaments decorating his body. The Lord covered the entire surface of the world, and extending his body, he covered the entire sky. His hands covered all directions, and with his second footstep he covered the entire upper planetary system. Therefore there was no vacant place where he could take his third footstep. So this is, where will he put his third footstep? That is the question. There's nothing left in the universe. No land, no planets, no space. There's not even any place to put his foot, his little foot. Where will he put his foot? This is the question. So let's find out. Chapter 21. Bali Maharaj arrested by the Lord. With the second step, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vamanadev, reached the topmost planet, Brahmaloka, which he diminished in beauty by the effulgence of his toenails. Brahma and great sages like Marichi, the predominating deities of all the higher planets, offered humble prayers and worship to the Lord. They washed the Lord's feet. Actually, in this chapter, we'll hear about the three origins of Ganga. There are three origins of Ganga. And they offered all paraphernalia. Riksharaj Jambavan played his bugle to vibrate the glories of the Lord. Bali Maharaj was deprived of all his possessions. The demons were very angry. Our king has been ripped off by Vamanadev. Cheated. Vishnu. 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 Bali Maharaj warned them not to do so. They took up weapons against Vishnu and attacked him. All of them were defeated instantly by the Lord's associates, the gatekeepers. Jai Vijay, Sunanda Nandan. There's 14 of them posted at 7 gates. So you can bribe a few gatekeepers, but you can't bribe them all. So you can't bribe your way into Vaikuntha. You might get in 2 or 3 gates, but somewhere you'll get stopped and your credentials will be checked. Say, hey, wait a minute, you're a nindak. Go back and become a maindak. Nindak became a maindak. You know maindak? Frog. Nindak is an offender and a mendak is a frog. The demons attacked. They're defeated. Bali Maharaj, by Lord Vishnu's eternal associates, and in accordance with Bali Maharaj's order, they all entered the lower planets of the universe. He sent them down. He said, get down, boys. Bali's the king. He's an Indraloka. And they all rose up from the lower planets, all the demons, subterranean planets, to attack. And he said, hey, you stupid, go get down. Go back there. So they went back there. Understanding Lord Vishnu's purpose, Garuda immediately arrested Bali Maharaj with the ropes of Varuna. When Bali was reduced to a helpless position, Lord Vishnu asked him, well, what about the third step, Bali? Where's the third step? Because Vishnu appreciated Bali Maharaj's determination and integrity. When Bali Maharaj was unable to fulfill his promise, Lord Vishnu ascertained that the place for him would be planet Sutala, which is better than the planets of heaven. So this is chapter 21. So we'll read about the origin of the Ganga. Gange, Gange, Gange. Anyone who recites the name Ganga 3 times, even if he's 800 yojanas away from the Ganga, will get the benefit of bathing in Ganga, according to the Skanda Puran. There's 3 origins of the Ganga. Please tell me the 3, sir. It's told in 2 different cantos that way. One canto it says Brahma's Kamandalu, he just simply poured out some water and washed it. And the water that came off his foot became known as the Ganga. There's a name of that Ganga. There's Alakananda Ganga and this Ganga, that Ganga. I forget which is which. And then the other one is, as you said, the second step of Vamanadeva went all the way up to because he covered the whole universe, which means, the end of the universe is the cosmic ocean. And then that washed his foot and came down as a Ganga. And the third one is Lord Narayan appears himself as the Ganga. Elsewhere it's stated that Lord Narayan appeared as the water of the Ganga. The water of the Ganga is therefore a combination of these transcendental waters. This description is given by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in his purport to 8th canto, chapter 21, verse 4, translated by Srila Prabhupada and notated in the BBT Bhagavatam. Vishwanath. And of course, we see in the Chaitanya Charitamrita that in Kali Yuga the Lord appears in, it says, Krishnadas Kaviraj is saying, that Lord appears in 2 forms in Kali Yuga. One is Daro Brahman and one is Ganga. So the Lord means Narayan. So this is confirmed here. Narayan himself is the Ganga, and the cause of the ocean, and Brahma's water pot. And there's a variation on the theme that Brahma catches the cause of the ocean, he bathes also. The cause of the ocean.